This is what a killing frost will do. We finally had our share of the frost. See, it turned the marigolds good and dark. That'll be the end of them this year. Put the hurt on the eggplants too. Of course, that's to be expected. Okra, it's seen its best days. I went ahead and picked the eggplant off. Done that yesterday, right after the frost. Some of them's a little green. I don't know whether that they're mature and the sun has bleached them green, or they just never got purple, but I'm sure they'll probably be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plants here, and we've eat off of them all summer and fall. I pulled over 100 eggplants. Off of these few plants here. So they've done real well. Collards, they're still doing fine. Little contrast there. You can also see what it done to the peppers. It put a hurting on them. They're pretty wilted. Of course, I went ahead and picked most of the peppers. A few jalapenos left. But again, it's that time of year. You see the garlic coming up there. You know, it is kind of sad to see your plants fading away. Of course, we're talking November here. 11th of November. But now let me give you just a little contrast to what is going on here in this garden. Let's wheel her just around this way just a little bit. And that makes me feel better. Side by side. Now there's a difference in a plant that can take the frost and one that can't. It don't look too bad. Let's go out here and see what we can find in the garden. Here's a few beets. Pretty good sized beets. Those were planted, I think, in August. Let's check on the carrot. See what we got growing here in the carrots. They're doing pretty good, if you ask me. Looks like we've got something chewing on a few of them. Pretty good carrots. About radishes. Let's go check them out. Now, this is arugula. It's a growing too. Find some big ones. These is just now starting to make some radishes. They'll make them. They'll come on. These are daikons, just like I say, they're just now starting to make radishes. Pretty good. They're just small now. They'll get 1.5 feet long. Turn around here. See, and there's a bunch of them in there too, I'll tell you. But you can see. Like I say, the radishes are teeny babies. They'll get 1.5 feet long. Baby onions is coming out. What I'd like to do is just check and see what's going on here. Let's see here. Don't take far to get into the moisture. Look at this. Look at this. Black, moist dirt. Let me make sure you can see me before I dig a hole here. Now this hits hard to beat. This right here. Look at this. I don't even know if you can buy that stuff. And I tell you what this is. This is nothing but wood chips. Look at this. It won't pack. Stays moist. And by putting wood chips down, or any kind of organic matter, it don't have to be wood chips. This is what happens in a short length of time. But now it takes time. You can't expect this in a year. We're talking getting down about almost to your elbow. And even when you get down to the dirt, look at this, all the way down. Effortless. Now you can put little thin layers of stuff on, and when it decomposes down, it's going to be a minute fraction of what it is when you put this chipped up leaves and wood. It's just like in the woods, you know, you've got leaves that fall, a few branches, but mostly leaves and twigs and pine needles and stuff like that. But when you put this on, this chips, and it's like I say, it's better to have the leaves and the whole tree chipped up. You get a balance of green and brown matter to decompose. It speeds up the process. This garden here has been 2011, and if this had been in nature, to get 12 inches of good soil like this, and it's you know, it's still got a lot, break down a lot, but you just keep adding every fall. You put a little thin layer of this stuff on, mimicking what nature does in the woods. And just like I say, 12 inches of this, I don't know how they figure it, but they say it takes like 100 years in nature to make 1 inch of topsoil. So 12 inches, you do the math. You're talking 1,200 years. Pretty logical. When you come out and sow a few seeds, water them in till they sprout, and once they sprout and get little plants, then you don't have to worry about the water because it stays moist. Oh, very seldom will you ever see it over a half inch at the most before you hit moisture in these wood chips. I would assume it's that way in any kind of organic matter, but I know this works perfect. I've not planted one thing that it's not grown or that I couldn't grow in it. So